A Christian husband and wife couldn't agree on who should make the morning coffee. My wife and I solved this long ago. Whoever's on top when we wake up makes the coffee. Psalms 24:7, the righteous man shall deliver unto his brethren the fortitude to begin each day. If he who awakened does fails their duty to prepare and deliver such energy, upon the failed shall be afflicted one headache induced scolding not to last beyond the second tardy cup. 1 Timothy 2:12 Do not permit a woman to teach or to assume authority over a man, she must be quiet. It's a meme but I chuckled. A man is feeling lonely during the holiday season, so he buys a pet parrot to keep him company. The man gets the parrot home, sets up a cozy cage, and says, "Hi, buddy birdie. Want a cracker?" The parrot replies, "Didn't see that one coming at all." Very clever. Probably eat my ass. This one is one of my favorites lol. Also the one about the Perot and the burglar. New one to me. Take my upvote. Lol. Huh. That's actually a good one. I've seen this punchline before, but forgot the setup. Fuck you one eye. Who knows the rest? Genuinely made me laugh and very original. I'm definitely telling my friends this one. Americans say oh my god to express shock or surprise. What do people in your country say? Fucking hell. Puta que pariah. It means bitch gave birth. It was used to offend the mother of someone when they offended you. Like no, it was the whore that gave birth to you. Now it's just an expression when you are angry or surprised. In Finland we say mitä vittua? That translates to what the fuck? Oh my god. Or in English it's the pussy of your mother concha su madre. Conca tumere in a more usual setting. Also back and that's like cool. Viva chili mierda. Chili, fuck me dead. It's not crikey no matter how much Americans think it is. Tabernacle is what we say around here. Welshite family in Ireland. Oh curva. Mamma mia. Scheisse. French people say oh mon dieu oh my god. Common people say la vache holy cow. Vulgar people say putain woman of little virtue. Hermigerd. Darth Vader is the most well-known quadruple amputee in all of media. The Black Knight reluctantly acknowledges his second-place ranking. I thought he was only a triple. Second and third are Bob and Matt. He has one human arm I swear. He's the hero of the handicapped and the autistic. Clapping hands. I enjoyed Mind Quad. Embarrassed smiley face. Mind Quad is up there. Do not park in his handicapped spot. The head of Nixon in Futurama would like a word. What about the guy from the various jokes? RoboCop is not happy about second place. Quadruple? What if his dick is also cut off? Don't forget he's also a well-known father of fraternal twins, also well-known alien rights violator. During the Great Depression, a penniless young woman is desperate to get back to her family in Europe. NSFW long. It's a good retelling of an old joke, so an upvote from me. That was pretty funny. Sick but funny, smiley face. And worse. The ferry doesn't require a fare either. A penisless young woman? LLB interesting. About as good as the classic joke about is the workplace screwing you? Hello, I am a blackjack expert. After 2 years of work, we have concluded with a complete solution for the game AMA. Did no one in your group say the phrase BJ theorem out loud before you got the domain name? This is extremely interesting, but basically it's just an enhanced version of the good old MIT card counting and betting system, and hence not easily usable in practice in casinos due to automatic deck shufflers, and were not present due to the venue kicking you out if they spot unusual betting patterns, right? What is the strategy? What size shoe is the solution built for, and can the work be practically scaled to a different shoe if needed? I don't know anything about online blackjack. Why would that be different than an automatic shuffler? I imagine online wouldn't let you play single or double deck to avoid letting you count. Do you use this to play? If so, what is the expected return of loss? Thanks, smiley face. Here's 25 Christmas dad jokes to get y'all through next few days of family gatherings. Here's one more. How did Darth Vader know what Luke got him for Christmas? He felt his presents. How much did Santa pay for as it was on the house? You should have made an advent calendar. Which of Santa's reindeer do dinosaurs hate? Comment. I really want to wear a Grinch outfit or a shirt now and walk into the liquor store and tell them I'm searching for some holiday spirit. Also commenting to save this post. These are ho horrible. I'm definitely stealing some of them. What did one snowman say to the other? Hey, do you smell carrots? What's a snowman's favorite cereal? Frosted Flakes. Where does Santa keep his the closet? Why did the gingerbread man go to the doctor's? Because he was feeling crumb. Why? In response to why did Rudolph go to summer school? Because he's no so bright. How much better would the world be if everyone wasn't dehydrated? Is our hydro homies leaking again? They'd poop better and be less cranky. The problem is the need to urinate frequently. I ain't getting up every 30 minutes. As someone who drinks a lot of water and cannot comprehend how anyone eats at a restaurant without downing at least 2 cups of ice water, I agree. If you think you need to struggle with drinking enough water, you're the one with the serious problem, not the shit was debunked more than 20 years ago. Drink when you're thirsty. You don't need to force down extra water. That's pseudoscientific bullshit, and it can kill you. Everyone isn't dehydrated. If you are not thirsty, you are drinking enough water. We are not made to constantly struggle to drink water. This weird thing where people think health is drinking so much that all you do is piss needs to stop. We're going to need a bigger urinal. Human poo is one of the few products that is both 100% natural and man-made. Everything humans make is both 100% natural and man-made. It's also the only product where the production process stinks but nobody's complaining about quality control. Sorry, products? Is there a German Etsy we don't know about? Naturally man-made. Hey, everything in the universe is 100% natural. That's what natural means. And it's actually used as fertilizer in some countries. There's a good chance for microplastics in there, I'd guess. Same for literally every other excretion and fluid in your body. But does your poo not depend on what you eat? It's 100% man-made because women don't poop, right? Technically it's less than 50 man-made. The rest is trans-made, woman-made, non-binary made. Correction, only 50 man-made. I was in a debate and someone defended their position by saying, opinions can't be wrong. Everyone is entitled to my own opinion. It's in my own honest opinion that your opinion sucks. It's something a lot of people said in my high school, but for some odd reason, it really triggers people on the internet. You should have told him that you be alive, he owes you money. If I want your opinion I'll give it to you. But they can be onions if you subtract 3.14. Just saying, opinions are like dead hookers, everyone's got one. Just me, my preference is you being wrong. Schrodinger's opinion. Opinions can't be wrong, but they can be ill-informed. Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion. Aggression will not stand. Just say, my opinion is that they can. You should have said, well, they sure can be stupid. Opinions are like has got one, but I don't want to listen to yours. Maybe most flightless birds are below the equator because they don't have the wings to just fly there for the winter. I must commend your stratagem of pre-made comments, both saving time and offering satire. That being said, I think you may have meant near the equator as the southern hemisphere also gets cold. I have to say, I enjoyed the pre-filled comments. You do realize the southern hemisphere has winters too, right? Ahem, well Axu ally, you are wrong, go kill yourself op. What has this sub become? No, I have a pet chicken that's a flightless bird, fuck you dumbass. I saw this reposted 50 times, what a shitty post. Ah yes, I love living in the southern hemisphere because it's perpetually summer here. I live in New Zealand. Our migratory birds fly north for winter. But we have got flightless birds. No, I know of one specific case that doesn't fit your statement, so I'll dismiss it altogether and will make a personal comment against you op. My longer than a year ongoing dad joke has now come to an end. You mean to tell us that you spent over a year sleeping on the couch? I'm impressed. Sorry to hear that. Quickly, I've read this 3 times. Can you please explain this to me like you would a child of 1 year and a few months? The end of an era. Disappointed face. Every time I foil a pan I yell ha ha ha, foiled again. My little guy is 10 and the eye roll is serious, smiley face. A great running dad joke, congrats, but worry not, friend. Pretty soon your daughter will start talking and a whole new world of classic dad jokes will open up to you. For example, daughter, I'm hungry. Dad, hi, hungry, I'm dad. Pleased to meet you. You also might want to take out health insurance for your wife. If her eyes hurt now from all the eye rolling, it's only going to get worse from here. Good luck on your endeavors. Who's quickly? Your dad. More like a dick joke than a dad joke. My wife just found out she's adopted. I'll never forget the day my father told me, son, you should know that you were adopted. Thrilled, I told him, well that actually makes sense. When can I meet my real dad? Said, I am your real dad. Now pack a bag, your new one will be here in half an hour. Still crying, she asked me to make love to her, which led to more tears. Pretty much just summed up my love life in one sentence. Would banging her missionary have helped? When you think about it, that's kind of a dad joke. Got a chortle out of me, especially as I didn't realize which sub I was in. Holy shit, this actually made me laugh. Bravo. I think the joke works better if you reverse it. Something like, I was banging my wife from behind, but when I shouted, who's your daddy? She started crying uncontrollably. I guess it was a little insensitive because that day she had just found out that she was adopted. People who married someone that cheated while dating. How's your marriage now? Divorced. Due to an affair. Everyone, including me, thought we had an amazing 13-year marriage and we were working on trying to have our second child. She continued to cheat, so we divorced. She continued to cheat on the next guy, so they divorced, and she still didn't learn. She's now alone and miserable in her 60s, divorced. You can't avoid marrying someone you don't. Simple, yet such a hard lesson. I know a guy who dated this girl in college who cheated on him and he still married her. Midway through their marriage she decided she wanted to try polyamory, so she said, and the first dude she dated was the guy she cheated with in college. The marriage is now in shambles. I divorced him. Could never get past that early breach of trust and the resentment was dissolving my soul. It's going brilliantly, all four of us are pretty joyous now. Till the only current active duty ship in the US Navy to have sunk an enemy vessel in combat is the USS Constitution. It is the world's oldest commissioned naval warship still afloat, and was launched in 1797. It has participated in several wars and conflicts, including the Quasi-War with France, the First Barbary War, the War of 1812, and the Civil War. Damn, that's antique, old school badass. I'm surprised that we don't sink pirates or terrorist dinghies and Zodiacs. The second oldest commissioned warship in the USN is the USS Pueblo, still in North Korean hands after being captured during the Korean-Vietnam War. He mixed up the wars. What was the last US ship to take down an enemy vessel? Vietnam, World War II. The U.S. Navy maintains a 50,000-acre white oak forest dedicated to supplying timber to maintain the ship called Constitution Grove. Still, that only 3 one-letter com domains in existence, and they were registered before 1992 and grandfathered in. But I can't ban any corporation from being able to own any of the other 23 letters one-letter domains. Younger people probably don't know, but the early mid-90s domain sales were like the Oklahoma land rush. Businesses were buying anything with a com like it was gold. A friend of mine paid a lot to register because he knew for certain someone would pay him millions to run online motherfucker. Google should have bought a long time ago. Meanwhile, how come one-letter domains were banned? Biggest flex to me is still Alphabet's domain. Imagine having one of the most recognizable brand names in the world and then changing your company's name to X. That would be really fucking stupid. This explains my lifelong curiosity why e-network was instead of. What is an opinion you have turned 180 degrees on? Giving people life advice unprompted. Realize that folks are too complicated to think I'd give any useful advice while knowing comparatively little about. Half the time it was advice I needed to follow, not for them to listen. Social media. I came of professional age right alongside Facebook and thought it was going to be this great thing that brought people together. I was wrong about that. If I eat this insert any rubbish food I'll be fine. My body doesn't care. 30 years on, and yes indeed. The body did care. It tells me every day how much it cared. Cats. I used to think they were weird and I was allergic anyway, so they're probably bad. I met my boyfriend and his cat is so in love with me. I didn't know cats could be this affectionate. Then I got my own cat. And that's when a pet became a partnership for me. What is realistically the greatest threat to the USA? The call is coming from inside. That this has always been known. Washington spoke about it, Lincoln spoke about it, Eisenhower spoke about it, the systemic assault on the checks and balances of power. Well, if you're going to base yourself on Rome, perhaps looking inwards might be the best place to look out for threats. Just like any other empire, it falls apart from within. Ourselves. United we stand, divided we fall. Dark money buying elections. Bribes and extortion buying politicians and judges, justices. Disinformation pitting half of the citizenry against the other half and eroding faith in societal institutions. The politicians keeping the people divided and the people who can't see that. The apathy of the American people. We have seen the enemy, and he is us. An ill-informed electorate. Giant corporate media conglomerates. What is the best example of kid logic you have ever seen? A friend's kid cut a big chunk out of his hair, then realized he'd get in trouble, so he carefully laid the hair on his head. It promptly fell off. Leaving the daycare center, a kid called back, "Bye-bye, be safe, watch out for polar bears." We are not in polar bear territory, but polar bears live in the snow, so since it snowed earlier in the day, it was only logical that we were at elevated polar bear risk. When I was really little, our preschool class grew beans in a window and my little brain decided that all food must be grown from seeds. Long story short, my mom found about 15 chicken nuggets in her flower bed when she was planting tulips. My kid as a toddler invented the word nexterday because she knew yesterday and next but not tomorrow. What's normally your first words of the day? Usually singing. I wake up every morning at 5 a.m. just to go to work instead of staying in bed, and I scream at the top of my lungs. Ah, ow. Fuck. Ow. My username. Alexa, stop. Gotta pee, gotta pee, gotta pee, gotta pee, gotta pee, gotta pee. Do you wanna go potty? Cue happy dog sounds. Fuck it. Not again. Belle, move your butt. Belle is a 9 kilograms Maine Coon who likes to sleep on top of me at night. Cat tax. Belle's first 3 years. Stop your fucking yowling. I'm getting your breakfast, you little shit. either to the cat or more commonly the boyfriend. I am not a morning guy. Ah shit, here we go again. Coffee. Hello. Hi baby for my cat. I don't know who the fuck you are but I'm gonna wash you anyway. Me to myself in the mirror. STFU to my alarm. Fuck's sake. Good morning. What's the strangest non-porn thing you've come across on a porn site? I watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 3 or 4 years ago on Pornhub. I just saw a 11 minutes video showing a guy building a Lego set on Pornhub. A blowjob scene on a porn parody Game of Bones when the actress stops mid-blow, looks straight to camera, and delivers a very thorough, very professional PSA on the early detection of testicular cancer and what to look for. Differential calculus. Oh, this is a fun one. Me and an ex used to play what we called the Pornhub game, in which you could only search a single word, and whoever got the least results received a point. I search for baseball and get 1000 results. She searches for soccer and gets 900 results. She gets a point. So one time she searched penguin and I shit you not, there were just hours and hours or Club Penguin Let's Play videos. Which country feels so dystopian? Saw an item about Eritrea the other day. Jesus Christ. Turkmenistan was stopped by a 12, maybe 13-year-old child soldier at a checkpoint in Mali. Had a little uniform, helmet, AK and everything. His voice cracked but at the same time he commanded authority. Looked over my passport, asked where I was going, radioed ahead something in French, and then sent me on my way. I was in an armored truck transporting minerals from the south of the country into the north. So yeah, Mali seemed like a whole other planet. Africa. Workers in sweatshops making huge 5XL plus size shirts must be awestruck by the idea of someone being that big. My mom worked in a textile factory in Yugoslavia and she told me the first time she had to make 3XL shirts, her and everyone in the factory were surprised people got that big. It depends if the size is not over-exaggerated. Made in think XXL pants is size 36.22 diameter waist size. They couldn't care less. Not sure if awestruck is the right word. More like this fat fuck can't even make his own clothes while I'm here trying not to die of starvation. Yeah, if you watch the documentary Last Train Home, a Chinese documentary about going home for the holidays, you see some of the textile factories where they are holding jeans for big Americans and they are marveling at the implied obesity. Imagine the dude that sews up 5XL underwear. They know those are getting pooped in.